Hey guys, it's Benedictines the Vegan. Today I want to talk about how we are all in a trap. In one of my previous videos, I've stated that the only thing that can be wrong is bringing children here. Everything that happens when they're here cannot be wrong. A lot of people say that I was wrong because there are some things that we think are bad. But who really gets to decide what is right and what is wrong? Because people are programmed differently. Things that I think are right, some people might think are wrong. Some people are programmed to want to kill other people. Some people are programmed to want to rape other people. That's how they are. It's part of their nature. So are they wrong because they're programmed that way? You might say, yo, it's obvious that they're wrong. No, it's not. It's not obvious. It's the way that a lion is programmed wrong. Because if a lion sees you, it will try to attack you. It will try to kill you. So is it wrong? Because that's how it was programmed. And you might say, I mean, a lion is a lion. It's not intelligent enough. Like, yeah, there are some humans who are not intelligent enough, who are not woke enough. That's the truth. So there are also victims. That's why when I see people locked up in prisons for some of the most fucked up shit that they've done, I feel sorry for them. I'm like, they're victims, man. They were brought into this world and they were programmed in ways that are fucked up, and that is why they've ended up there. You know, they are not bad. They're not any worse than, normal people are. They were just programmed a little different. Human beings are just like that. They just don't fit in our society the way that we want them to. So we lock them up in, and we're just trying to avoid the fact that they just do not fit in. So we try to control things by locking them up. We're just trying to avoid nature here. We're just trying to avoid the fact that there are people who are like that, and we can never really avoid that. So we treat them as if they're bad for doing those things. But in reality, the only thing that can be wrong is bringing people into a world where these things happen. Because you know for a fact that these things happen. You know that people get raped. You know that there's war. War is part of this. Countries fight, people fight. It's all part of this. You know that people get killed. It's all part of this. You know that a person can get attacked by wild dogs and get killed. You know that a person can get killed by an elephant. It's all part of this. You can't avoid this. So you bringing children into a world where these things happen. And when they happen to you, act like some kind of a victim. If your child get killed by someone or get kidnapped by someone, you cry and you cry, you cry. You knew that these things are possible. When people treat me badly, I don't even act surprised or even feel hurt anymore. I'm like, it's part of this. These kind of things happen in this world. Why should I act all surprised? This is where it happens. So the only thing that is wrong is bringing people into a world where these things happen. We must not act as if these things do not happen and act all shocked. This is where it happens, and we all know it. We are all aware of these things. We are all in a trap. We are programmed in a way that makes us want to do things that are bad. And by bad, I mean things that don't necessarily take us anywhere as a collective. Things that are not benefiting us as a collective. If you really want to do the right thing, because what you are brought here to do is to work as a slave and bring more slaves here. That's it. So if you really want to do the right thing, you might, decide to work as a slave, do all this garbage that you're supposed to do as a human, but not bring another human to do the very shit that you've had to do. because you know that it's fucked up. You know that it's fucked up to have to wake up in the morning and go to work and do things that are really, really meaningless. Things that don't even mean anything to you just because you want to survive. You know that. I do believe that there's something that is being done to us as humans to make us dumb, so that we don't really think about these kind of things. I do believe that there are things that are being done to us, because we are slaves, and it seems as if we are willing to be slaves. You know, it's like, yeah, I want a job. You know, people cry to get employment. You know, we are crying because we want to survive for some reason, and in order to survive we must be evil, and the things that make us want to survive are not the things that are actually good. You know, it's not like I want to survive because I want to change the world and make it better. I want to survive so that I can shit on everyone who's ever treated me badly. You know, I want to make money. This is how I'm programmed as a human. I mean, just as a human, when I'm really in touch with my spirituality, that's not what I want to do. You know, I want to eliminate suffering. I want to do the right thing. But as a human being, as an ego, that's how I'm programmed. You know, I want to compete and I want to be on top. I want people to see me, recognize that I'm better than everyone. No one can fuck with me. I'm on another level. That's what I want as an ego. That's how I'm programmed. But I'm supposed to recognize that and be like, what the fuck? Why do I want these kind of things? You see, does this even make life meaningful? Why? How does this even make life meaningful? You know, because once you become enlightened, you realize that, man, all this shit is fucking stupid. It's causing a lot of suffering. Why do I want these things? Why do I even want to be loved? Why do I want someone to pick me over everyone else and say, you are good enough, you are better than all these other people, I'm choosing you over this? There's just something very, very odd about our existence that we need to realize here. We are in a trap. The world is upside down. Things that are good we think are bad, and they're very much hard to do. You know, it's hard to do things that are good, and the things that are bad are very easy to do, and those are the things that we want to do. And by things that are good, I mean things that are going to free us. By things that are bad, I mean things that are going to make things harder for us. These are the things that are easy to do. It's easy for me to hate a person, right? It's easy for me to be jealous. It's easy for me to want to fight a person if they maybe say something that I don't like. You know, someone steps on my shoe and I look at them and be like, this person cannot beat me. I'm like, no, fuck you, man. Why do you step on my shoe? And then start a fight. You know, that shit is good for my survival. That's what's crazy about it. It's like, if you're gonna be that kind of a person, you're going far in this life. If you're just gonna be human, basically, if you're gonna gossip, if you're gonna lack compassion, if you're just gonna be selfish, all these traits are gonna really take you far in this life. That is why people who are at the top are usually people that are really selfish, especially politicians. You see, people that are manipulative, people that only care about themselves. It's how it works. You know, you're supposed to do these things if you really, really want to be successful in this life. That's why I'm saying we are all in a trap. To really, really do the right things, that it takes a lot. You know, you have to really challenge yourself. You really have to challenge your ego and decide that, you know what, I can see all these things that I'm programmed to want, but I don't want to do them because I see how evil they are. I see that they're going to cause a lot of suffering. You know, and that's why I'm saying to people that it's really important to go against your own nature, because you are programmed to be evil. You know, all of us are programmed to be evil. There isn't a human being in this world that is not programmed to be evil. There isn't. All of us were programmed to be evil because to survive, we are supposed to be evil. It's not like we're supposed to be good people to survive. That is why good people don't go anywhere in this life. You know, if you really gonna decide that I'm gonna go be a good person, I'm gonna do the right thing, all that, you ain't going anywhere. All right, you're supposed to be evil. You have to really find balance. Like, yeah, man, I'm supposed to do the bad shit here, and then here maybe I'll try to fight. Sometimes the better thing to do is to appear to be a good person while you're doing all evil shit. You know, that's gonna take you far in this world. But yeah, the truth is we are all in a trap, man. And really the best way is to stop bringing more people here. That's the best way to escape. You know, it's to truly go against our own nature. I mean, look at what's happening in the wild, dude. And it's crazy because these animals are not conscious enough to realize that, hey man, this shit is fucked up. They just think it's just how things are. They just gotta survive, you know. But when you look at it, you just see that it is suffering, because it is suffering. You know, I remember when I was a child, when I was not conscious enough, I was doing a lot of shit that I was programmed to do. A lot of the things that I used to do when I was young, I wouldn't do now. Now that I'm woke, now that I'm conscious, I wouldn't do. But at the time, it didn't really feel a lot like suffering, but it was suffering. I was suffering, but it didn't register that well. It's really important to realize that the devil is within, bro. The devil is within, and you need to conquer the devil. And it is your ego. Ever notice that everything that your ego wants you to do is fucking evil? Is there anything that your ego wants you to do that is not evil? If there is, tell me. Because I can't think of anything that my ego wants to do that is not actually evil. Right? If I want to help people from an ego level, I want to help them because there's something that I will gain in the end. It's only when I'm operating at a higher level of consciousness where I do things, where I do the right things because that's what's necessary. And that explains why a lot of people are not doing the right things. It's because not that many people are operating at a higher level of awareness, you know. We're just doing things that we're programmed to do. We're just trying to survive. So we do what it takes to survive. We're not trying to do things that are going to free us. We're not trying to do things that are going to make life better for us as a collective. And we're not trying to help other people. We're trying to help ourselves. So if helping other people helps us, then we're going to help them. But if it doesn't, then we're like, no. That is why it's very hard to do something that is right and not want to be seen. You see? There are very few people who do the right thing and not want to be seen. Because you know that doing the right thing and being seen doing the right thing is good for your survival. People are going to look at you and be like, that's a good person. You know, and that's good. That's good for your survival because, you know, some people are going to kind of want to associate with you. They don't really want to associate with you because you are a good person. You know, it's because you are a person who has accomplished a lot and you're gonna help a lot of people, and that's gonna also help them, you see. So that's gonna make people look at them as people that can help them, you see. That's it. It's really about survival. We're playing a game of survival here, nothing else. You know, we just lie to ourselves. We like to pretend as if we're good. We like to pretend as if morality exists. No, there is no morality, man. Human beings are very selfish. They're survival orientated, and that is what it's about. People are just trying to survive. It's as simple as that. So we need to go against our own nature in order to conquer the world, in order to conquer ourselves. and do what's really gonna free us as a species. You know, we can't continue to be trapped in this thing forever, you know, because it's stupidity.